This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. And by Lee Health.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. You are looking live at the Dunbar Community Schools Auditorium, and Lee Pitts Live is here, Johnny on the spot. We are so excited to introduce our next guest to some and present him to others. He's a local celebrity in his own right. Cornell Bunting. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Author and inventor. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Well, did you ever think one day that you would be known as an inventor as well?
No, I didn't think that, because I never had video game development in the path that I had set. So this is beautiful after getting that degree in gaming and simulation programming.
Let's cover a couple of things. We're gonna let's go to Nostril Adventure. What is that?
So Nostril Adventure is a book I wrote about a mouse named Nostril. And because of the name, his nose is a huge nose. And so he's gifted with this ability to smell the finer cheese. Mm-hmm. And so in this quest, he goes on this path to find this cheese, which is known as the Goldust cheese in the story. On that path, he runs into this nemesis, Roscoe, who's a rat, 3 sides of him. That brings him a lot of challenges because Roscoe is after the same thing, but he doesn't have the ability to smell where it is.
I see.
And so, as they raid homes in the game, because the game follows the storyline somewhat closely.
Now, as you're talking, we're looking at a visual of that.
Yes.
We see this mouse moving around.
Yes.
Kind of tell our audience who's looking at this right now, what should they focus on?
So basically, Nostril, you got to pay attention to all the detail in the house, because all the coins, you got to get all the coins because they mount up to you purchasing something to move to the next level or whatever that looks like. There's different elements that you have to pick and put in that backpack.
Now, how did you come up with this concept, and what is to be learned from this, and who is this for? Is it for children, adults, or what?
It's for kids 7+ and gamers that love playing game, because it's going to be on the mobile and PC app. I came up with it with my 10-year-old son, Carter. We were just kind of vibing, and he has this little pet that just looks weird, and he calls it Nostril. And I said, you know what, we're gonna put a story together. So,
isn't that something?
Yeah.
And this teaches what? What is this?
So right now, so in the story, what it teaches is how, if you believe in yourself, not looking at yourself and say, you know what, I'm ugly, I'm the odd one out, I am not mount to nothing, I don't have a purpose. In this, it helps kids understand how it doesn't matter what you look like, you have a purpose, you serve a purpose, and you can do something good.
That's excellent. Now, also in your docket, you have a book now, the Bunt Walk.
Bunt Walk.
Bunt Walk.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
The Bunt Walk is a journey of me from a younger kid, as with this hustling mind frame, just always wanted to be doing something beautiful. And so basically, I did, it was like an autobiography, but then I was like, I want to write these different part of my stories in different poems, things that happened throughout my journey. And so Bunt Walk is really what that is. And there's one of the poem in the book is called Bunt Talk, which is really, it's like me advising the younger youths, how to understand they have a purpose in this world, and they just have to find what that is and understand there's a mission.
So Bunt Walk consists of many of the poems that you have in your head. It allows you to exercise that creativity that you have. Is this something you've always wanted to bring to reality?
Yes. I've written a lot of the poems a while back, like This Little Black Boy. I've written it maybe 6 years ago, so it's been a while. Some of them are older. There's some new ones. There's one in there that talk about when I was coming to America, and then 9/11 happened, which delayed me staying in Jamaica for another 4 months. So it touches on a whole lot of stuff. It talked about my time when I was in jail for 10 months, that, you know, so these little pieces, you know, and it's written in this poetic way because I admire Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who's a 19th century poet, and I've followed a lot of his work from a long time, you know, ever since I've read the piece Heights by Great Men. And
one of my favorite Longfellow poems is The Children's Hour.
Children's Hour.
I recite that a lot of times, but I won't do it right now. But
Yeah.
I'd like for you to take a small excerpt from one of your poems that you know in your head and just say it right now so people can hear it. Don't, you know, about 30 seconds.
So this little black boy,
Okay.
from me born, my mom bore me in this wild west of the West Indies. Bunt, black boy of this thought. My mom put me on her lap to tell me what it is, what that path looked like. But for me, it was more of what if I was in love with a child or a white child, a girl of this sort. You know, so just like a little piece.
Oh
of,
man, it just sounds like a conversation right there.
Yeah.
So who is your poetry book for? Who should purchase this book, and how can they purchase it?
So anyone can purchase it. It's going to be on Amazon.
Okay.
It's going to be on every platform that they can purchase book once it comes out. I would say 15 up, 15 and onward. They would really enjoy a lot of the poem. There's one called The Drop, when I fell out of a ackee tree, because I had that climb nature as a kid.
So your poetry book is really about a lot of things you experience.
Yeah,
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Let's give you a website and how people can reach out to you. I know you're on social media as well.
Yeah, so people can find me at cornellbunting.com. That's the website. Instagram, cornleg9. Twitter's cornleg9. Also a LinkedIn, which is Cornell Bunting. A lot of love with that right now. And also the podcast is on the website as well.
Okay. Now you also, people can see you around town. I mean, you made a name for yourself as a MC.
Yes, sir.
You've actually gotten a chance also to sit in for me as a guest host on Lee Pitts Live after work, and
yes, sir.
you're getting rave reviews for
Yes,
that,
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Trying to take my gig, man. All right, let's talk about how can people get you to come out and bring your crowd with you to MC their events?
You know, they just reach out to me on my social media page, Facebook, Cornell Bunting. So I have the page, Cornell Bunting. They can go on there and they see what the MC look like. I detail it out. I do festivals, any show that you want a hype man to entertain the crowd before that band comes on stage. I'm that guy.
What makes you special as an MC? What separates you from the crowd?
For me,
other than your British accent / Jamaican thing going on.
Yeah, well, I interact with the crowd, so you know, it's one of those things where I'm not just on the stage. Sometimes I get in the crowd as well and basically have conversation about how they feel about the event so far.
You're a people person, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
noticed that. I mean,
Yes, sir.
everywhere you go, you just warm up to people. Where did that come from?
That came from me starting in hospitality as a bellman with the Crown Plaza. I did 16 years there, and so that really helped me to create my craft, build on my craft, and it was so much accomplishments from that job that it's always beautiful when I can see someone and maybe they're in a bad mood, I can change what that look like after they interact with me.
Now, you're an internationally traveled guy, but for the most part, you make your home here in Southwest Florida.
Yes.
And people are seeing you around in all different shapes and forms and what you're doing.
Yeah.
And your creativity is taking place right here in our community, which is great.
Yes, sir.
Why do you find this part of the country a great place for you to expound on what you're doing?
Well, you know, there's a whole lot here that still needs developing. There's a lot of youths here that need to understand how much they can bring to the table, how much value they have and their purpose. There's a lot of youths here that don't know what their value is, and you know, it's me and a lot of other individuals that can go out and talk to them and say, hey, you know, you do have a purpose. You don't have to go do the things that's going to put you behind bars or something like this, you know, because in this world where they say now they have set this stage where they have a pipeline from the school that takes the kids right from school right to the jail, and so we're trying to change a lot of that. where the youths understand how important it is for them to add their value and find who they are, you know?
You're real passionate about children, I noticed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You say you had a couple of boys or 3 boys? Or what?
3 boys, yes. 3 boys. My oldest finally got his visa to come to America. That was a 7-year journey, man. So I'm excited about, you know, making that milestone. So that's beautiful.
Well, every time we see you, you're so nattily dressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, today you coming in here fashionably, smooth.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bow tie, got the red beard going on, and orange socks that people can't see. But
yeah,
people are always commenting about your clothes. I was joking you off camera about the skirt that I saw you in one day. I know they got these skirts men are wearing now. It's pretty popular, but I didn't never know a real person would take a chance on that.
Until you saw me.
Yeah, right. And you get a lot of compliments on that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, right now, I had a lot of pressure on my look. And so what I did was I started to do a bunch of concepts. From high school, I learned drawing through technical drawing. And so I did a lot of concepts on what my clothes would look like.
That's the Cornell Bunting brand?
Yeah, that's the Cornell Bunting brand. That's should be hitting stores early 2019. We want to do some pop-up shops, you know, in Canada, Europe, England, you know.
Will I be able to wear your stuff, or it's got to be the guy who can wear the skinny jeans?
No, sir. No, sir.
Skinny slacks.
Everyone, because they're stretchy attire.
Okay.
They're stretchy attire. You know, a lot of them are close fit, but it's comfortable on you still. You know, it's stretchy.
So your Cornell Bunting brand is not dressy, it's more casual?
Yeah, it's casual because what we did was we separate the fashion, the paisley, the flower pants that I'm gonna be having coming out, naming that my nickname Cornlegus. And so the sweats and the workout line will be called Cornell Bunting.
My man.
Yes, sir.
So as soon as that line gets developed and all of that,
man, you know I got it.
Can I get the exclusive?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know I'm always here for you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Man, I am so proud of you and all the things that you've been able to do, not only locally but around the country.
Yes, sir.
And I know your MC job is just taking off for you.
Yes, sir.
And one of the things I admire about you is you take risk. In other words, you understand that you got to go out there and create and make things happen.
Yes.
And you just can't sit back and look for a 9-to-5 job.
No, you got to go for it. You know, you got to go after it. You got to keep knocking on doors. The right one will open, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have witnessed here live the incomparable Cornell Bunting. We'll see you next week on Lee Pitts Live. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts, the host of Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the Holiday Inn Airport in Fort Myers, and I want you to continue to watch Lee Pitts Live on television, on YouTube, and of course, listen to us on radio. But to get all of your shows to come right to you, just click on that subscribe button right there, and Lee Pitts Live will come right to you, your time, your way. That's Lee Pitts Live.